This is the fastest 2 hours in radio.
I think we really need like an intellectual revolution.
Now, of course, this is not so much a show as it is a special event.
The Morning Edge with Fox 2's Vic Faust,
We need to have a little talk here.
Chris Knight,
Hang on.
and Eric Johnson.
The more bizarre he gets,
The more people like him.
A complex mechanism that in itself must be operated by an even more complex entity, you.
The Morning Edge starts now.
Hey guys, welcome to the show. Happy Hump Day. Happy Wednesday. June 15th is the date. Everybody's rocking and rolling here. Chris Knight, Crystal Cooper, I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2. You like, is that a 3/4 t-shirt, Crystal? Yeah. You like your 3/4,
like
don't
a
you?
softball.
You like your 3/4, don't
Well,
you?
it's difficult to dress because it's always cold in here, but it's
It
super
is.
hot outside.
I know. Tell me about it. I get it.
So, yeah. Went halfway between.
So I always wear, most of the time I always wear a long sleeve shirt in here because it's freezing cold most of the time.
Oh, it ain't that cold.
But I got
then-
flip-flops on, so I'm not like hot down there. So
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But like I said, Chris, anytime you want to sit where the real men sit over here and not over there where the pansies sit underneath the
I'll
hot
trade
light,
you.
you can change it in a heartbeat, and I will do it, and you can
I'll
live this
trade
life.
you. I'll trade you, sis.
And then you will see what
I'll
it's
trade
like.
you, sissy.
that's why I stand up. I can move around, keep myself a little warmer.
Yeah, no, it's unbearable. Because the other thing about that, unless Chris has something wrong with his heart, with his body, he needs to get checked out by the doc. Because at work, I'm the hottest guy anywhere.
Yeah.
Like everybody else is fine. I'm like, no,
Well,
it's
you're
hot
not in here.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That
Maybe
shows you how
need to
messed
go
up.
get checked.
I think my point is that you need to get checked. Seriously, I'm worried about you, man.
Don't be worried about me.
Because when I go into the station,
you sit under the heater.
no, I don't sit on the
Yeah,
heater. I wish I did. I wish I didn't hear. Anyway,
I don't know. Are your lights stronger though
the
on that
three-
set?
no.
No, they're not
No.
any hotter.
Uh-uh.
Okay.
You don't have the heat lights anymore.
Because I don't get much off these.
No.
But
No,
Meh.
you don't. No. Chris just has an extra layer of skin on him, I think, than I do. It keeps him warm. He's got his
Maybe
winter.
more than one.
Yeah, he's got his winter layer helping. But anyway, you got your Team Clark shirt on today.
uh-huh.
I like it.
Thanks. This is what we wore.
Because your maiden name is Clark, right?
Yeah, this is what we wore at my bachelorette party. So all of us had these shirts on with different numbers on the back. Mm-hmm.
Chris, I found out. I had no idea. And welcome into the Edge today, guys. We appreciate everybody joining here. And you reminded me of it yesterday. I mean, I've known, but it was interesting. It's how life goes sometimes. I met Crystal's dad at Wenty's about 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I met him a long time ago before that, right?
Yeah, I
Like
think.
6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then Crystal ends up on the show. Go figure that.
I know, right?
Yeah, her dad gave me a token.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's like I thought it was like the golden ticket. Like I was going to get into like some special club with all kinds of really cool, I guess, projects and cool things and presents. And I think it gets me a drink.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
it gets
was
you a premium cocktail, I think,
Yeah, premium cocktail at
Wenty's.
Wenty's. I was like, thank you. No, that was very nice of him. Guys, welcome into the show. You know, we covered local stories, national stories. We're all over the place, based out of the St. Louis area. I know we have new listeners in all the time. It is The Edge, 100.7 The Viper. You can watch us on Facebook. Share the show. We appreciate it when you do. Also, jump in, of course, on web. You can viperrocks.com. We're on The Morning Edge. On YouTube, The Morning Edge. Danny Likes the Way, starting off the show with Disturb. Last night, I know we got some Cardinal fans in the room. Was anybody watching the end of the Cardinals game?
Yeah.
You were. Chris, were you, or were you like passed out
No,
somewhere?
I watched the very last inning.
Okay.
Oh, so you got like the notification, 3 more outs, and you watched it?
Yep.
How breaking! I broke my heart. And he did, even though he didn't get it, he did toss a record 129 pitches.
Yeah.
So.
Miles Michaelis, who we're talking about, Cardinals pitcher, had a chance for a no-hitter.
Bader screwed that up.
You think?
Hell yeah, man. He was playing halfway in the infield.
Well, I didn't know why he was playing, but that's kind of how he always plays.
Yeah, he plays
Can't
short.
make a catch at the track.
I know.
He's pretty fast,
Give me a
though.
break.
He's the fastest fielder in Major League
Yeah,
Baseball.
he just
Trust me, he feels terrible.
I guarantee he does.
But that's where he plays all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But the other thing is if you're playing back, then you can have a blue pit pop in front of you. You never want anything to go in front. If you're going to get beat, it's going to get beat over your head.
Right.
Well, guess what?
And it did. It was just a perfect hit. I mean, that guy laced it. He crushed it.
Mm-hmm.
He earned it.
I mean, one strike away.
I know, one strike away.
You know,
Miles
the funny
Mikolas.
thing about that entire situation is how do you score a run and it's a no-hitter?
Yeah.
I heard that conversation on social media all night.
It's easy.
Well, yeah. I mean, you just walk somebody and then they steal the base and then
We've had
somebody else-
no-hitters with people who gave
Yeah.
up walks.
But it's odd because most no-hitters you see it's 0,
Yeah.
not
Right.
1.
Mm-hmm.
You're correct.
All it takes is a walk or one error, a stolen base, another error, and a person comes all the way around. That's
Mhm.
it.
But the longest he had gone before hitless was only 4 innings. So, I mean, talk about doubling it up there. He did great.
Aaron says the Flaherty curse returns tonight. I hope not.
Yeah,
need to go.
they brought him
Jack-
back up, didn't they?
Jack. Well, no, he needs to go to a city
Yeah,
that associates with him
right.
or an area.
Oh, he'll end up probably in
like
California.
LA. Well, he's from LA and he's got that attitude. So unfortunately, he's with the Cardinals. For those of us on this show, he can be a great, great pitcher.
But he
So
can be
we'll see.
terrible too.
Yep, we will see. We were there. Abe says, Vic, were you at SLU High School last night watching 7v7 football? I was.
Ooh, you got spotted.
I know. I get spotted a lot. People go, I saw you. I was like, damn, who saw me there? How did you guys see? And I was kind of incognito. I had dress pants on and dress shoes, but I threw a T-shirt on because I was in between my dinner break. And it was only like 100 degrees outside, so I didn't want to sweat through my shirt. Yes, I was there last night. There was 7v7 football. My freshman son plays at MICDS. So their varsity was taking on SLUs and some other people. So Graham's rocking and rolling so far, Chris.
Good.
So that's good. Yep, Abe, you knew it, and you didn't say anything to me. Why not, Abe? Anyway, Abe, you can let me know on the Facebook line where your son plays because there were like 5 schools. Anyway.
So I have a funny story about yesterday.
Oh, talk to us, Crystal.
So I went to dinner at the little Mexican place right by me, and this lady walks
Wait,
in.
time out. What's the little Mexican place by you? You got to give some details.
It's called Selena's.
Selena's.
It's really, really good.
And
really
you
good.
live out in Warrenton, right?
No, I live in Chesterfield.
Oh, okay.
But this lady came in to get a to-go order. She had cracked a couple of jokes with the bartender. And so naturally we started talking. Next thing I know, find out she's friends with our very own Dave Murray. And I mean, text buddies. So I said, oh my gosh, he does our weather. And so I told her what I do. And then she had me do a little video, say hi to Dave, and she texted to him. And he texted us right back. And he said, oh my gosh, I do. It's the Viper. And I just thought that was so crazy because it's a small world.
Yeah,
Didn't
we
even
haven't
know
had him
her.
on in a while. Are you mad at Dave, Chris? No. Is he not getting paid? We haven't had him on in a while. No, we don't pay him. Should we have him on Friday?
Yeah, we don't pay him.
Should we have him on Friday?
Why? Because it's hot?
Yeah.
Want to?
Yeah, so small world. That's Lisa, it's with an E. She was a sweetheart last night. We chatted for a little bit, and then she actually super cool. She was telling me about she works for Sunrise Tours out of Kirkwood, so she actually travels a lot and speaks to full busloads of people and tells them about the town and everything. So we got to talking about Yellowstone because nobody can travel there right now. Did you see that?
Yeah, we've been
Everything's
showing the
closed.
video on Fox 2. Lots and lots of flooding.
Very scary.
Homes being just washed away. Some crazy stuff at Yellowstone.
Mhm.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Also, Abe's son's. Okay. Seems all right. All right. Abe just says, I wanted to make sure it wasn't sure if it was you, and I didn't want to look like a creeper. Maybe next time. Okay. Yeah. Maybe next time. Yes, you did play my son's team first, so that's cool. Anyway, Cardinals bummer last night. NBA playoffs get back to action tomorrow. NHL starts tonight. Colorado, they may sweep Tampa, Chris. I'm sorry. I'm kidding.
They haven't even played a game.
I'm just you and I don't you and I both think Colorado's going to win? I do.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So Cardinals get back to action tonight. Jack Flaherty will be pitching as well. When it comes to news of the day, my oh my, let's see what happens. We have a situation going on today where the Fed is expected to increase its fight against inflation, maybe a 75 basis point rate hike, maybe the highest since 1994 to try to fight inflation. Now, we're in a bad situation because the Fed's like, okay, we don't want to totally jump interest rates high, but we got to fight inflation. So they're walking a balance act right now. And we already know it's not great. And every economic analyst that is being honest with you is saying bad things are happening. My friends are worried about the stock market. They're all looking at taking money out. One person already cashed out. It's like, I'm out. There's no way. Look what's coming for the next 2.5 years at least. And if it's happening just in Little St. Louis, I guarantee it's happening everywhere else. What are your money people telling you, Chris? What are you hearing?
We're screwed. We're screwed. Did you watch anything that Joe Biden did yesterday?
I did. We got a lot of Joe Biden. That's why I wanted to start with you on that. I mean, we are screwed, and I'll tell you why too. And when you where's the confidence sector? There isn't. Biden's going to meet with Saudi Arabia with something he said he wouldn't do. Once again, no good factors there.
Hat in hand.
I have to not say anything because I will get in trouble.
Why?
Just
You
because
can
I have
say-
absolutely nothing good to say about any of them people in that White House. That press secretary, she's useless as tits on a boar hog, man.
Okay, all right.
I'm just telling you right now. I watched yesterday. She can't even talk. She's worse than Joe Biden.
No, yeah, she's not good. She isn't.
I mean, where the
Chris,
hell
there's
did-
nothing wrong with saying she's not good
Where
because
the
she
hell
isn't.
did they find that lady? What rock did
She-
they turn up to
She
find
was
that one?
she was an understudy. I think she was in an internship.
I mean, my God.
Eric, I think it was
I
a
just hope
summer
she wasn't filling a
internship.
quota.
Well, I mean, there are those who say that, but if you say that, then you're considered, quote, racist because she's African American and because she's lesbian.
No, I don't care about any of that.
I know you don't, but that's what that site
I'm
says.
saying they care about that. So they put those things first and foremost in their decisions.
I mean, she is just god awful.
Point. Crystal Cooper with the point of the day right there.
Can you
Yeah,
repeat that, Crystal?
It's not me having a problem with what she is. It's the fact that they put those things first and foremost
Checking
above anything else. That's not me. That's them.
Tracy says she fit the Democratic label. Chris, that's interesting because of everything that's going on too. She hasn't even upset me in any way from a media standpoint. I just maybe it's because
Try answering the question.
I know that maybe that's because I've gotten used to what we're going to get out of a press secretary since Kellyanne McEnany left, since she was the best ever. And that has nothing to do with Republican, Democrat. It has to do with being prepared and giving direct answers.
I mean, Kirby's sitting in the background. Why don't they put him in there? Because that lady is god awful.
Yeah.
She's worse than Joe Biden.
I mean, I did.
And that's hard to do.
I watched a little of the 5, and you can tell Dana Perino is trying so hard not to really rail her, but that's something she did before.
Yep, Dana did the job. Dana was 10 times better than her, too.
Yeah.
This was a job that was given to her. It was not a job that was earned, and I'm sorry.
Well, they always are.
And-
They always retire halfway through. All the press secretaries.
Yeah, if they
don't
got
stay
another
through.
opportunity.
Yeah. Why are you going to waste your opportunity to make money?
Yeah, but even Jen Psaki, she makes Jen Psaki look overqualified.
Yes.
She yesterday they asked her, it wasn't even Fox. It was one of their allies said, "Hey, can you give us an update on the baby formula?" And she tried to flip to her little binder. There was nothing on the binder.
It was a blank page, right?
It was a blank page. She has no information.
There's a picture of a baby.
Yeah. And the good press secretaries go, you know what? That's a fantastic question. Here it is. We are flying in hundreds of these flights from Europe. We are going to get these. That's how you answer the question. It's positive. It's upbeat. She literally had no answer for this thing.
Right.
Well, can you get the president in here so we can ask him at least? That's what the role of a press secretary is. It's a PR secretary, really.
Well, she
is
can't
what
talk
they are.
about the economy. And that's what Chris was when
I
he was
know.
walking in. Chris, I mean, you're really, I don't want to say scared, but very concerned.
Yeah, I'm real
Yes,
concerned.
he is. He is.
I'm real concerned. Did you see Don Lemon?
What part about Don
Yesterday?
Lemon? No, I didn't.
He was questioning our press secretary, asking if Joe Biden is mentally capable.
That was a couple days ago. That was on Monday. Yeah.
Don Lemon was doing that.
Yeah, I know. There will come a time where they're done. Eric might have even said that. Somebody on the show said that. There will come a time when the Democratic Party is done with Joe, and they'll blame it on Joe, and then Joe will be kicked to the side when it comes to the handlers, because we've already seen what's been going on, where one day our president says this, the next day he says that. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't matter if you're Republican, Independent, Democratic, it's concerning.
Oh, yeah.
So I get concerned when almost every single financial, and unless people who don't want you to leave the market are all saying the same damn thing, and it's scary as hell. So I'm like, okay, well, when does this get worse? Is it a slow burn?
Okay.
Or is something major going to happen?
Great question.
So here's your point. So Jerome Powell today is going to say we're going to go up 75 basis points. I think that is
at least.
It might be
maybe a whole point.
Do you know what that means for your mortgage? Go try to buy a truck, Crystal Cooper, with that kind of stuff. And that's the beginning. Chris called me up last night. He goes, it could go up to 4 basis points sometime this year. Okay, so what?
Okay, if it did that, then
well, we got 3 more to go.
There'd be anarchy in this country.
I don't think so.
You
have no choice. You have no choice.
Every quarter, they're talking about a rate hike. It was only supposed to be a half point. 4 times. Initially. Well, now.
It's that bad. It's that bad. And what it means is it gives you, basically, if you were the president and they say, Crystal Cooper, you could either A, let this kind of just bleed out. It'll eventually resolve itself. The ports will open up. Things will get back on the shelves. People will get sick of paying the $5, whatever. Inflation is going to hurt you, but it's going to be like this kind of gut punch. Or I can take a razor blade and we can just get this thing over with right now, and it's just going to be fast. And you raise these inflation rates super high to really just rip the Band-Aid off.
Well,
which one do you want to do?
They've got to raise them some.
Well, of course. But do you want the Fed to go all in and say, yeah, we're slowing this economy down. It's just way too hot right now. It's just too red hot. We got to slow it down. Prices are inflated. What do? Would you rather do it fast or would you rather do it slow over time?
Drew says they need to raise the interest rates. They've got to slow down the economy. Interesting. Peter Ball, Robert says.
Sounds like Joe Biden.
It has to be raised above the inflation rate, which makes sense to me. It's really not what it's reported. It's probably about 15%, which is correct. It is. They are underselling the inflation rate. There is absolutely no doubt.
So if you bought a house for 2 point whatever percent, let's say your credit sucks and you had it for 4%. Well, guess what? Your next mortgage that you get will probably be in the upwards of 13 to 14% in interest. Yeah. If your credit's bad, if it's good, maybe you'll get it at 10%.
If you're buying a what?
A house.
Oh yeah.
Try the cars. The cars are even going to be worse. And if you have an open line of credit, man, you better start paying some debt because it's going to get really ugly really fast. Yeah. And that's how the economy is going to be.
But why do you say if you have an open line if you already have a set rate?
Yeah. Chris and I were talking. If you have an ARM, an adjustable rate mortgage.
If you have an ARM, I didn't think people still had ARMs.
Oh, sure they do. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, you don't.
It's a product.
Because we were told years ago, don't ever do the ARMs again.
Right.
Yeah. After that housing bust.
Yeah, but
Freddie
there are
and Fannie.
Yeah, you're right. But there are people that speculate on that stuff. Let's see, I got it at 5 now. Maybe it'll go down. I'll get an ARM adjustment that goes down. If you didn't, but if you have an ARM now, you're screwed. We need a financial advisor on this show.
I know.
Quickly.
I made a call to one already.
Because today it gets ugly. And we'll see how it goes. And I'll tell you what. Did you guys follow the elections at all last night?
Yeah, absolutely. We got them on the list to go today. Absolutely. There's one major one.
Texas 34.
Yeah.
1 century, 100 years of Democratic rule.
Gone.
Was completely flipped last night by a woman Republican who was born in Mexico, a Latino.
She's the first
Latina.
ever.
And she basically is, Drew, get the red wave ready over at your house. Drew Collins, you're going to love the country here in about, 8 months. When there is I don't think that there's one Democrat that can hide
Okay.
out of this
so
election.
then once and for all, can we say then that means you trust the voting system?
Yes.
Okay, you're on record as saying you trust Dominion, you trust the voting systems. Okay.
It's not about the here's the deal.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, let me say about the thing about Dominion.
Because there'd be no reason for no other red wave outside of what we have seen unless there was some sort of voting irregularity.
Well, here's the thing about Dominion.
I've been asking you this for a year and a half.
I don't know that I have a dog in this fight. I know that there's a lot of people on Facebook that do, but I don't. Here's the thing about Dominion. If one side if you go to a football game, Crystal Cooper, and you have a referee who maybe always sides with the Kansas City Chiefs and you're a Rams fan or whatever, and you're like, we got to get a new ref because this guy is always we don't trust him. Mm-hmm. But then the Chiefs guys are like, no. This is the best ref in the NFL. Do you not think it's a good idea to make sure that it's equal and on board and there's no questions? Just get a new ref.
Yeah.
Just get a new referee. And that's what the Dominion system is. It's a referee. It's supposed to be but if there's questions, if you have millions of people going Dominion, I heard that's not so good, get rid of it. Mm-hmm. Figure out a new thing to do. So
Democrats aren't going to do that.
It's not about the Democrats.
I'm just saying, Eric.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Eric, that many studies have proven Dominion can be manipulated. And that's all I'm saying.
There you go.
Manipulated.
Well, then is there any other reason to get rid of it?
Just saying, okay, it doesn't matter if there's a reason. It's not going anywhere. It is the set stage where you're going to be dealing with Dominion voting systems.
Well, then it better be watched.
I just have one question.
So just be careful before you start saying it's all 100%.
I think my analogy
was
dead on. If you don't trust the referee, and one side is like this is a skewed game, then you get a new ref.
Okay, but you don't have that autonomy, Eric.
Exactly.
You're talking like the toddler
I think you're right.
No, you don't get to choose.
I just said I thought you're right.
I just don't know. I want to wait and see what happens for the major election when it comes to the presidential elections and what happens.
Yeah, I think that these local races, like Cori Bush, how is that going to be on the up and up this year? She's running this year, correct?
Well, she has a primary in August against Stephen Roberts first, and then you'll wait and see.
Right.
So she goes through the primary first, and then that is what that's the seat because there will be no Republican.
How in the hell can St. Louis vote for her?
Okay.
That's my question.
You know, she was on the list of people that voted against extra protection. Against Kavanaugh.
Stay classy, St. Louis.
I know.
The one AOC.
Yeah.
There is while
Cori Bush.
And then look at her protection detail.
Right.
That she has
She's
in the amount
scared
of
to death.
money that she is spending.
Mm-hmm.
It was sad
an
to
idiot.
see her do that because there is unfortunately, there's just no basis for her to do that and then have the security detail that she does on top of it. Unbelievable.
It's unreal. I hope that Channel 2 tonight says Cori Bush literally voted to not protect the Supreme Court justices.
They don't need to.
I mean,
They
just say the headline.
Yeah, we just did it.
And then move on.
Just did it.
Eric Johnson's here. Chris Knight, Crystal Cooper. We are rocking and rolling on a Wednesday morning. The first segment done just like that. The fastest 2 hours of morning talk radio.
Wow.
It
is gone already.
Yeah.
That went by really fast.
Yeah.
Where you been?
There you go. We'll continue to talk about this mortgage situation, the rates that are going on. People starting to give us opinions of what people are making. As you go to break, think about this. Glenn says one of his mortgage friends made $250,000 last year. He's made $25,000 this year. We're halfway through the year. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. I know a mortgage guy. Guess what? He started a new business. He's not telling anybody anything, but I'm wondering. I haven't talked to him, and I'm not going to say his name. I started to wonder, does he see something coming down the pipeline where he's starting a new business and promoting it on social media, and it's all about that business, and it's not about his old business, which is mortgage? I don't know.
People who are smart can make money in bad markets, and people who are smart can make money in good markets.
Diversify if you have the money to do so.
Right.
All right, we'll be back with more right after this. Time is 8:28. It is June 15th. Still lots to get to. Back with more after this. Share the show on Facebook, 100.7 The Viper.
Edge Morning Traffic. Smooth sailing on I-70 in St. Charles County from Lake St. Louis through O'Fallon into St. Peters and over to the Blanchette Bridge. Drivers are also in good shape on 6440, Highway 79, 61, 364, and 370. Once you reach St. Louis County, there are delays on 6440 traveling east from Lindbergh over through the Richmond Heights area, and then slowing southbound 270 through the Creve Coeur area. Northbound 55 jams through the construction zone. I'm Fox 2's Molly Rose. That's your Edge morning traffic.
Grab your coffee. The Morning Edge will be right back on 100.7 The Viper.
To work for the biggest medical cannabis company in the state of Missouri? Belief Medical is looking for dynamic individuals to join our newest facility in Jonesburg. We are currently hiring for post-harvest technicians and offer 100% company-paid benefits that include medical, dental, and vision, as well as a starting pay of $15 per hour. If you're 21 or older and ready to join a great company that offers great pay and great benefits, visit our website at beliefmedical.com. BELEAF medical.com.
Hi, this is Dr. Erin Huey with Tomasino Gerst Vision Source. We provide a ton of specialty care: glaucoma, diabetic eye care, dry eye evaluations, now myopia management. Typically, we see patients that need vision correction for a variety of hobbies, for work, most often glasses and contacts. Come and see us at Tomasino Gerst Vision Source, dryoureyes.com, 272-1444, dryoureyes.com.
Kelley Blue Book is the one-stop shop for pricing, fixing, selling, and instant cash offering. Instant Cash Offer is exactly what it sounds like. An official offer to buy or trade your car. Woo-hoo! Just enter your VIN or license plate, answer a few questions about your car's history, and what kind of condition it's in. In minutes, you'll receive an offer to sell or trade your car that you can be sure is fair. Then choose a dealer to purchase your car and schedule a time to meet. For all of the its, KBB.com.
Compass Health Network Express Care offices in Newtown, St. Peters, and Wentzville are ready to serve you today. Compass Health accepts Medicaid, self-pay, private insurance, and offers a sliding fee scale. Don't wait another day to feel better. Call 844-853-8937 for an appointment or visit compasshealthnetwork.org for a location nearest you. Compass Health Network Express Care. Feel better today.
When it comes to pellet grilling, the true heroes of the hopper savor the process as much as they savor the result. Kingsford 100% hardwood pellets can be used on any pellet grill and add bold, smoky wood flavor to any meal. No preservatives or artificial flavors. Kingsford hardwood pellets keep the temperature consistent for an even heat, so you can cook as low and slow as you want. Kingsford 100% hardwood pellets. Kingsford.com.
The Ink Spot in Troy brings Inimical Drive to Diamond Music Hall in St. Peters, Saturday, June 18th, featuring The Wild and Free, Lydia's Castle, Divide the Empire, a post-show dance party by DJ Patrico, and Learn will be there too. Tickets are only $15 when you buy online or $20 at the door. Bring your friends and join me, Mac from The Viper. Inimical Drive, playing a hometown show at Diamond Music Hall, Saturday, June 18th. Come party with the best. Visit Inimical Drive on Facebook for more. Presented by In Detail Entertainment.
By now, you know that sound. It's the sound of the Home Depot. But what about those sounds? Those are the sounds of a brand new ice maker dropping cubes into a fresh glass of water, making this the sound of savings on top brand appliances. The Home Depot. How doers get more done. Final days ends June 8th to save up to 30% off select appliances. Valid May 19th through June 8th. Gas range extra. While supplies last. See store for details.
Here comes more of the Edge Morning Show.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. It is The Edge. We are the fastest 2 hours of morning talk radio. Nobody does it like we do, and we prove it every day. Separating the fact from the fiction, entertaining, having a great time, and attacking the topics that nobody else wants to attack. Eric Johnson's here. Chris Knight, Crystal Cooper. I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2, and leave it to our resident Drew on the line to say, Eric, nah, you're wrong. It's only a quick win for her talking about Myra because they're going to, but listen to what he says, because they're going to redraw her district anyway, meaning that Democrats are trying to redraw and do something that is not technically, I guess, sound.
It's not going to
that would be above board, according to Drew.
Yeah, ask Drew. What are you saying? It's going to be shady?
Yeah.
They're going to make some shadiness down there?
Yeah.
Pretty much what he's saying.
Drew, what are you saying,
Drew's fine with shady if it's for his art and his likes.
He's like, by all means, win at all means, whatever it takes.
But that's where we are with it. The other situation, you have somebody here, and I think this is interesting. Did we just become selfish? Did we not realize how good it was in America? Rob says, people are just spoiled with low rates. I used to own a mortgage company. Best rate for first mortgage in the early 90s was about 7.99%. We are still way below that. People are just spoiled with the low cost of money.
I remember the days when it was 15%, 16% for a mortgage. You know, that's kind of normal, you would think. But maybe he's right. Maybe we are spoiled with a 2.9. But that's what it is. It's called competition. You go to one mortgage company, they charge 2.9. You say, well, those guys are offering 2.8. Well, those days are over.
Well,
those days are officially over.
Another very interesting situation here, and I know we're not financial experts, but we have enough knowledge to talk about this and get your opinions. Robert says, watch other countries manipulate their currencies because of what our Federal Reserve is doing. Great point, keeping their jobs and causing us to lose ours. Don't think for a second that that isn't happening and won't happen. I mean, there's already an effort to take away the dollar. The dollar will be gone someday. I'm sorry, it will be. The dollar is on its way out. It has lost its value, and we are not standing up like we used to on a worldwide front anymore.
Well, crypto just lost, what, $3 trillion?
Oh.
Crypto just went belly up as well. So it's like it's not just the dollar. Even the cryptocurrencies are
three
going
major
down.
banks are already putting it into play. And I wonder if Chris knows about this. Don't doubt for a second. Crypto's not going anywhere.
Oh, hell no.
Crypto has already been accepted as a form of payment by 3 of the biggest banks in America. It may be down now, but trust me, it's good because it equalizes the playing field and it takes away the dollar where it makes everything more equal for other countries to be involved as well.
Yeah. I wonder,
You have Maria Bartiromo over her shoulder saying Biden's falsely claimed inflation's worse outside the U.S.
Yeah, he did that.
And then she had a chart, and it shows that we're the worst.
Yeah,
then
we are.
Germany. Then so if he wants to say it's Russia, then shouldn't that be affecting everybody equally?
Well, everything's Russian to Joe.
Yeah.
Here's the deal.
But just don't stand up there and lie.
Inflation will get to 10%. It'll double digit pretty soon. We are the worst country in the world as far as inflation goes for a multitude of reasons. Number one, we can't handle the traffic coming into the country for supplies that we want to get. Number two, if you want to put that on a diesel truck, the diesel truck now is $3,000 to fill and not $800 to fill. So that's going to be thrown at you, Crystal. Our rates are way too low. Jerome Powell and this quantitative easing garbage and then the $1.9 trillion in America Rescue, which I'm not sure. Did anybody get rescued in this room?
No.
Is there any rescuing going on in here?
Only to be
I don't even know
taxed.
what that means.
Yeah, only to be taxed on it later, which people didn't realize as well. And then you had Janet Yellen, who is admitting, well, I didn't realize inflation would go this high. Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then,
what are you doing in that job?
And then Chris is asking you a question. We started off the show with this. Does the Fed go 75 today? Anything lower, I would hope not.
I would say that since it's been publicized,
you're going to have to go 75 basis points.
Since it's been publicized and it kind of helped, I think yes, it does. Yeah. He's gonna milk this turnip today for as much as he can get. He's not gonna go a full point, I don't think.
Aaron says inflation was way lower though too, buddy. You could pay higher interest when a nice house was only $100,000 or less. Now you have the prices extremely high and higher interest rates. You are effed. Ben says Americans have a very short-term memory. It's because of being spoiled. Yes, we do.
Yeah. Yeah, and don't make no bones about it. Inflation Yeah, you can buy a $100,000 house and inflation's 15, then your mortgage payment it's low.
And we haven't even talked about the gas prices.
Right. It's slow. But the point is this, over the course of time for your mortgage, you will put hundreds of thousands of dollars to the bank and you will keep very little of that only to pay off your house. And that's the problem. That's the great thing about a low mortgage rate is that you can basically pay off your house faster or with less money out of your own pocket. So it's just try to go buy a thing of milk and then go to the front at Walmart. And what might have cost you $120 for a full thing of food or enough is now $310. And guess what? That's my own experience.
Yeah.
Vic? What used to maybe be $140 and you would go, damn, that sucks.
Well, that's what
it's now $300.
Well, that's why I was asking the question: is something major going to happen, or is this going to continue to be just a slow burn?
It's a slow burn. It's a slow burn.
And before you know it, we've reached 50. At least admitted. Now they're admitting the Fed's 10.8% inflation, and we think it's higher than that, and then it continues to go at that rate. Then we see what happens with this inflation with other products and the supply being short. I guess I was leading into the housing market because right now, I know it's easy to say, the housing market's next, but right now, we still have more buyers
yes, you're right.
than supply. So
that's the
that
point.
doesn't seem
That's
like
the
anything's
point.
going to happen with the housing market anytime soon. And you also have people pulling their money out of the stock market, and guess where they're putting it? In real estate, where they can find it. So
I'll make it even a little worse for you.
Okay.
There's companies in Canada and all over the world, really, that come into your market and they go, I'm going to pay cash for this house over here, $300,000 house. Yeah, it might be a little inflated, but I don't care. I'm going to fix it up and I'm going to rent it out.
An asset is better than cash.
Right, which drives up the rents in your community. So, and that's another thing. Rents are now, the median average for rent across the country is $2,000 a month.
It's insane. And I told you I
That's
just
the
went through
median
this.
average.
I'm paying about $1,000 more than what I should be.
Yeah. Okay, so
because
did
I
you
need to
have-
get to a certain location.
Did you have to barter though? My dad was saying that how
No.
there's pricing going up on houses being purchased. That's happening on rentals too.
Yeah, and here's what happens. Because there's so many people, once again, supply and demand. If a lot of people want a place, how are you going to separate?
Yeah.
That's what's going on. I did not have to barter, but there are others who are having to do that. And also, with some places, what they'll do too is you better have, they won't even look at people. They just look at a sheet, top credit score. Top credit score, just right off the bat, and that's how you'll get a place.
Yeah, Robert Peter brought up turkey, so I looked it up, and I think maybe this will help us with some perspective. So in 2020, inflation rate in Turkey was 12.28%. It's 73.5% right now.
How's that possible?
That's what I wonder. What
That can't-
happened over
yeah.
there for that to happen?
We need an economist on this
I
show,
know, I
like
don't
stat.
understand.
Because we're starting to get into an area where we're talking about things we don't even know what we're talking about, and it's the truth.
No, we know what we're talking about.
No,
Eric.
I know
we do.
They just don't. Do they not make enough of their own products?
It's the behind the scenes of how does
Right.
I don't know what it is, but the country is going through this very destructive thing right now. I mean, you can point at the airline industry. ATC out of Jacksonville now has required that all people that haven't been vaccinated wear a mask at ATC, which means that the ATC controllers are not, they're just not showing up. They're like, we're done with this. It's a stressful job. We don't want the mask on. You're targeting us. And now flights are being delayed through, Jacksonville Center. They control large areas of air traffic across the country. They're diverting planes around this thing now because there's not enough people to actually work ATC Center. This is your government who's now putting restrictions instead of saying, look, stop. We need to save the country. Take the mask off, go to work. Everything is fine. We're not going to do this. The government is literally actively and knowingly doing things to harm this country.
Yeah, like printing money.
And that's crazy.
No, printing money. Look at all the money that was put in.
That's another thing.
I was just don't lose track. Not only do we have a short term memory, We're day to day. Remember, we printed a ton of money that was unneeded because of COVID. And then on top of it, how many businesses and governments have you heard of, including St. Charles County, even Collinsville, Illinois, we did stories on this. Like, why did the government give us all this money? Like, we don't need it. We don't even know how to spend it.
Yes.
We have money, millions and millions of dollars have just been sitting in accounts.
Yeah.
Steve Ellman told us that because we didn't need it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like to have a fiscally responsible government, you pay your bills, you look at everything, and you go through the year. He's like, now we have tons of money that we don't need, and we're looking for ways to spend it.
Exactly right.
Potholes.
And that's what they're doing.
That's what they're doing. Good
and that
for-
was done. That already happened, Chris.
You don't know how
I
fortunate.
still see a lot of potholes.
Chris, it takes time. It just doesn't happen overnight.
Chris and I are actually going to go fill a few this weekend.
Right.
I'd love to see Chris out doing some manual labor.
You don't realize
Have you
how
ever
I
worked a
ran
day?
yesterday. Did you?
Are you kidding me? Would you run to the fridge?
Woo! Ran, yeah.
To the mailbox?
That's it.
Did you run?
Did you
to the,
run?
Did you run to the bedroom to take a nap?
Did you run?
Oh,
I don't think you did.
Did you run to the bar to get a shot of Patron?
Well, I did that too.
Run from one air conditioner to the other.
That's it.
Chris, that's awesome. You ran yesterday. Did you run inside?
I didn't tell you
outside?
where I ran.
No. How about municipalities give it back to the residents? They can't, Aaron. That's not how it's set up. That would
Right.
be too easy.
Yeah, that would.
And you don't want that anyway. You don't want that.
No, we printed way too much money and we threw it in. And you had conservative economists going, don't stop. We need to, don't do this. Stop. Don't do this. Stop.
Yeah.
Don't do it. It's going to kill us.
It's
And
what's
here it
killing
is.
us right now. Hey, guys, this country was built on Christianity and capitalism, which means that you figure out what you want to do in life. You get up, you go work for your own money. And we've gotten so far away from that, it's unbelievable. We've taken God out of this country. We've taken capitalism out of this country. We've taken energy independence out of this country. Look, do you really care about these January 6 hearings anymore? Does anybody?
It was
a ruse.
It was a sidetrack.
They tried. They gave it the old college try.
I'm telling you,
it doesn't work.
But Eric, I'm telling you right now, all the people who are Democrats, and I would say that I work with, and that I'm around, and I consider myself to be down the middle. All these people have been fascinated by it.
By what?
The hearings, and they think it's serious. Eric,
they haven't.
I listened to them.
Impeachment, though.
Eric, if you sit and watch it with them, oh my God, this is so big. Can you believe what happened? Can you believe he did? I'm just telling you, Eric, it is playing on purpose to divide people and to try to bring up something still. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, so that you're not talking about inflation.
Here's the way
you're
I
not
look-
talking
here's the
about
way
the
I look at-
mortgages. You're not talking about our economy.
Here's the way I look at Trump. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
So Eddie Van Halen passed away. Greatest guitar player ever. It's undeniable. I mean, you can maybe put Hendrix and Clapton in there if you want, but Eddie Van Halen dominated them all. Whenever you
we
watch
agree on something with music.
Yeah. Whenever you watch a documentary on Eddie, there are these really dark periods of his life. Really dark, drug-infested, alcohol. Just really, there was parts of his life that were just not good. Trump's kind of the same way. He's a beloved politician by a lot of people. He did some dark stuff.
Mm-hmm.
People who love Trump, they don't care. They're done. They go, we need to make America great again. We'll wear the MAGA hats. We will give you the red wave. We will vote for the guys that you want us to vote for. When you look at a politician like Trump, he's bigger than politics. He went over Nancy Pelosi. He's over Schumer. He's over Mitch McConnell. He is literally a deity in politics. And that's why people fear this guy so bad. So this January 6th thing.
You may not like him.
Right.
But you fear and or respect him. The Democrats did. They
Why do
did.
you think
That's why they went after him. So whether you like Trump or not.
Yeah. They tried, man. This January 6th thing is going to get him.
Mm-hmm.
Did it? It didn't. It was like, oh, that's interesting. He did what? When? What time did you do that? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Right.
And then you move on. And then you go, how much was gas today? It was $5.25. I'm out. I'm voting for Trump. That's how it works. Even Elon Musk yesterday goes, Today's the first day I ever voted Republican.
Yeah, 20, and he voted for Myra Flores in Texas, and he said that he's probably going to vote for DeSantis in the 2024 election.
Prognosticate much?
Ben says, if you ran, this is such a great point. If you ran your home or business the way the government does, the bank would take you out. Government doesn't have any accountability mechanism right now, and that's where it all comes from. Unless your leader is putting that mechanism in place and leading you down the road. And whether it's Joe Biden, our president, or somebody who's pulling the strings, whatever you want to say, it's happening, which is why I see this. I just see this path going on. I don't see how in the heck President Joe Biden makes it through his full
I don't either.
term.
I do think he will.
When
They'll
Don
prop him
Lemon,
up. They'll prop him up.
When Don Lemon of CNN 2 nights ago is asking the White House press secretary if the president is really fit, and she's pissed at the question and basically laughing at, I mean, this Don Lemon.
I know.
From
I think
CNN.
he'll have to actually pass away though for anything to happen. I don't think that they're going to take him out.
Well, I don't.
And I don't wish that, even though I don't like how everything's going. I just don't like how politics have become about one person, because we should look at everybody that's in it.
No, it's a group of, it's a gaggle of people.
Yeah,
so you look
should.
at the Cory Bushes in the same way you look at Joe Biden. They're on a team. They're on a really bad team. They're like the Jacksonville Jaguars of politics. They're horrible.
But for the people who got in their heads so much over Trump,
Oh my God, that's great.
the people that got Trump in their heads so much, it bothers me because they were overlooking how the government was actually functioning just because they personally had a problem with him. And that's what I don't like about
And
politics
you know what?
right
The
now.
Greitens thing might give us a little insight into that. Women were appalled. Look at this guy. He did what to his wife? What pictures were taken? I'm appalled. Now Greitens is leading
allegedly taken.
Now Greitens is leading the Senate race here in Missouri.
Right.
They're done with it.
So what's your comparison?
I think that people were just sick of the bathroom tweeting from Trump. And then all of a sudden he would get out of the bathroom and he would go do things that were amazing. Energy independence, Israel move the Jerusalem, the moving our what is it? It's the I'm drawing a blank on that one, but just keeping our economy flowing right. He basically he was just one of the best presidents we've had on paper, but women hated him.
Yeah, he might have brought it in a way on himself in the sense of he was
Our
so
embassy, thank you.
personal. Like he was okay with being so personal to us that I feel like people
The cat
took him more
literally
personally.
got on a plane, flies into South Korea, and he goes and he shakes little Kim's hand at the South Korea North Korea
You have to decide
border.
whether you're going to take the bad and the good sometimes, because the reason that Donald Trump was so good at doing that was also the same reason he was so brash in other areas, because you can't turn it off and on.
Right.
That just like with sports athletes. You love a guy on the field because they're so aggressive and they're hard hitting. Well, guess what? It's not easy to take it
Lou
off the
Piniella
field.
is a great
I'm
example
not saying
of that.
I agree with
But
it.
do people go and quit watching the game because of that?
No.
No, they don't.
Lou
They take
Piniella was the
they
biggest
take
jerk on the
politics more
planet.
personally.
Lou Piniella, with the manager of the Seattle Mariners, was the biggest jerk on the planet, but he won 119 games, almost went to the World Series with the biggest piece of crap team ever.
Tony La Russa was not and is not the kindest guy in the world.
No.
Ask media members to deal with. But all he does is win.
Exactly.
I know.
But Dick
and Trump
Vermeil
did a
was
lot.
kind of a
Trump
nice
did
guy.
a lot of winning. He
He
did.
was such a gentleman to me.
Who?
La Russa.
Okay. Well, I'm just telling you how he was in the players. Yeah, off the field.
No, I worked.
But in the locker
I worked
room.
audio.
I'm just telling you, in the locker
dugout.
room, in with the
Oh,
media.
gotcha. Because I was in the dugout
no,
doing
you don't-
audio for
no.
Fox.
Yeah, that's different. Crystal.
Yeah, he was
Oh.
so nice though.
It's
he
like
actually
this.
he came over to me and said, "I'm so happy to see a woman doing this job," and he shook my hand.
And you went sexist much?
Yeah, no, we're talking about coaching.
Well, I was the only woman
Question
on that
mark?
crew. I was the only woman on that crew that day.
Hey, I'm a person. Eyes up here.
That is sexist. You didn't realize. You didn't even realize it.
Anyway.
You just got sexed, Crystal.
That's funny. All right, we come back. We'll also tell you what this is interesting. Bloomberg reporting yesterday what White House officials are now admitting about Russia. You can't miss this because it's a story you will not hear from a national standpoint We'll talk about a shooting that happened in Town and Country last night. Don't always hear that. Yeah. How Apple AirTags are now being used by stalkers and criminals.
They got to outlaw that.
Oh, I know. Biden's going to Saudi Arabia still. He said he would never meet with them.
Hopefully he stays there.
Oh. And we got your news headlines, your sports headlines, and your birthdays all coming up right after this. It is The Edge. The fastest 2 hours of Morning Talk Radio. Eric Johnson, Chris Knight, Krista Cooper, and Big Faust.
Edge morning traffic. A couple stalled vehicles out there at this hour. Watch for one 6440 westbound before N, mostly off to the right shoulder. Another stall I-70 eastbound. That one is before 141. And still light volume on I-70 and 6440 in St. Charles County. In St. Louis County, 64 eastbound slows from McKnight over through Hanley. And northbound 270 is a slow go from Manchester and the Des Peres area up to 6440 in Town and Country. I'm Fox 2's Molly Rose. That's your Edge morning traffic.
Wake up. The Edge Morning Show.
If you want the best, don't settle for the rest. Come to F&S. F&S Collision Repair provides the best customer service, quality of work, paint color match, and paintless dent repair. They do it all. No job too big or too small. Just what your car or truck ordered. F&S Collision. Call today to schedule your appointment and get that car repaired. F&S Collision Repair.
Great care for children begins at Compass Health Network. Our Warrenton and Wentzville locations offer pediatric walk-in services, same-day appointments, and specialty care, so your children get the care they need, when, and how they need it. When it comes to children's health care, Compass Health Network is here for you and your family. Call 844-853-8937 for an appointment, or visit compasshealthnetwork.org for more information.
Keep your resolution to quit cigarettes this time. Go to I Quit Vapor, 852 Bryan Road, O'Fallon. I Quit Vapor carries the salt nicotine systems, their latest juice flavors, and all of their pod systems. Let their staff explain why the salt nicotine system is so effective in helping you to quit cigarettes for good. It has a much smoother delivery and allows you to adjust the amount of nicotine intake. I Quit Vapor is still your one-stop shop for everything vapor. Keep your quit cigarette resolution this time. Go to I Quit Vapor, 852 Bryan Road, O'Fallon.
Please leave a message at the beep.
Hey, it's fun. Remember me? Miss you, buddy. Look, I know it's been a minute, but we gotta get the fam back down to Holiday World and Splash and Safari. They've got 3 of the top 5 water coasters in the world. Remember getting soaked on Mammoth and Cheetah Chase? Or screaming down monster roller coasters like Thunderbird and Voyage? Tickets are still at holidayworld.com. Oh, the kids want to say something. Go ahead.
You work from home, and now home can be anywhere you want with an RV from Bill Thomas Camper Sales. RV travel is the ultimate social distancing for your family, and you know what you have with you and where it's been. For 55 years locally, family-owned, Bill Thomas Camper Sales has had the highest quality for every budget, and they have guidelines in place for your safe shopping experience. Travel in comfort and safety with a visit to Bill Thomas Camper Sales in Wentzville. For details, hours, and directions, go to btcamper.com.
You're always up for some fun with the family, so you order the essentials, a new board game, some baking supplies, and even a new projector for outdoor movie night. And with the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can choose to earn 3% cash back on online shopping, which could increase to up to 5.25% as a preferred rewards member. Rewards which you can put toward an extra treat that everyone will enjoy, like an old-fashioned popcorn machine. Visit bankofamerica.com/more rewarding and apply now. Copyright 2021 Bank of America Corporation.
Now another hour of The Edge Morning Show on KFNS Troy St. Charles. The Edge Morning Show.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required. Refund available for 60 days after purchase.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. Results are guaranteed or your money back. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, forhims.com/joy. That's forhims.com/joy for your free online visit. forhims.com/JOY.
Viper Weather with legendary chief meteorologist Dave Murray.
Hi, this is Viper meteorologist Dave Murray on this Wednesday. Instant replay weather continues sunny, hot, and humid, a little breezy. 99 for the high. The record is 101 from 1952. So to have 3 records in a row, that's probably not going to happen today. Then tonight, clear, warm, humid, breezy, 75. On Thursday, partly sunny, hot, and humid, just a slight chance of a spot thunderstorm late in the day on Thursday, 95 degrees. Couple of spot thunderstorms possible Thursday night, but the odds are really, really small. But that's a little cool front that's going to wash out over us, and that should bring in slightly cooler, slightly less humid air on Friday. Sunny and 92. It's still hot. Over the weekend, Father's Day weekend, Saturday and Sunday, sunny, 89, 90 for high temperatures each day, but 100 plus back for early next week as the high pressure builds back over us. From the Viper Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray. Now back to the Edge on 100.7, The Viper.
River Electric, a Touchstone Energy cooperative. The Edge Morning Show.
Local headlines now with Fox 2's Vic Faust.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Time for your morning headlines. 8:59 is our time. A 20-year-old man was found shot on the side of the road at Town and Country last night at about 6:40. Police arrived on the scene, found a man on the road who had been shot in front of the Garden Villas West. Now, apparently, the man worked there. He's from St. Louis City, and police did not release his name, but they are looking for a possible suspect. He is expected to survive, which is good news. Also, Pam Hupp lost a $3 million civil judgment payable to Louis Gumpenberger's mom. Well, she's now in prison for life.
And she has no money.
No one expected the judgment to pay off a dime, yet a payment from Hupp arrived yesterday.
How much?
They yelled with excitement when they got the payment. She's actually paying some of the money. It's not $3 million, but he said the first check was $783. So it hopes hope that it helps the family. Of anything's better than nothing, though, right? Exactly. Especially, who wouldn't take $783 right now?
From a criminal.
Mary J. Blige's new tour is going to stop in St. Louis. That just came down a few moments ago. She's very popular, Chris, even if you don't like her.
I ain't going to see her. You?
No, I'm not a Mary J. Blige fan.
Okay.
But I know there are a lot of people who are. Also, Eric's favorite guy, St. Louis County Executive Sam Page, fired off a letter to the U.S. Attorney's Office slamming Republican Tim Fitch and his competitor, Democrat Jane Duker. They say, or Page is criticizing Fitch for saying that he's notorious for manipulating both local and federal law enforcement to support his political goals. Yeah, because he's upset because Fitch says that he's a hypocrite and they want him to, he needs to show a bunch of information that he said Steve Singer should have. Cardinals won the doubleheader yesterday. The NHL starts tonight, Stanley Cup playoffs. Let's look at your morning headlines. I'm Vic Faust.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. That's right. I served you cake. I'm Peggy. Pull your leggy. Happy birthday.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Go.
And it is June 15th today, Wednesday. People born on this date are gifted with the art of communication and are talented speakers. They are philanthropic, artistic, and imaginative. Although intellectually driven, they are often easygoing, good-natured, and fun to be around. I would definitely want to hang out with this guy, Ice Cube. He turns 53 today. And did you know he's in a new group?
group?
Yeah, he
Like
started
who?
a new group. There's 4 California rappers started a new group called Mount Westmore. It's E40, Too Short, Ice Cube, and Snoop Dogg.
I thought they could be called the Ice Cubes.
So if you guys,
They cold.
if anybody was ever a big fan of any of those guys, check out Mount Westmore. Moving on, Courtney Cox. She's 58 today, known as
Dang.
Monica, right, on Friends.
Yes.
Also starred in those Scream movies. Neil Patrick Harris, 49 today, last year in his 50s. Doogie Howser, right? That's how we
Yeah.
all started to know
Doogie.
him. He was also the first openly gay man to host the Oscars, right?
Correct.
Back in 2015. Helen Hunt, how old do you think she is?
Oh, she's in her 60s.
Who the hell is Helen Hunt?
Oh, she's been around. Oh, she's been around for. She was
Yes,
doing
she
movies
has.
in the.
Oh, wow.
Do you remember Mad About You with Paul Reiser?
Yes.
She was in that.
Yes. Actually won an Academy
was
Award.
Twister.
Didn't
right?
she win an
65.
Academy Award?
66.
She is 59. I will
Okay.
give you this. How about this? I have it. Numerous accolades. She is an Academy Award, 4 Primetime Emmys, and 4 Golden
Yeah.
Globes.
She was a
excellent.
rock star.
She was excellent.
Mhm. Jim Belushi, 68 today, right? He was in the According to Jim show on ABC. And do you know that he still plays with Dan Aykroyd in the Blues Brothers band?
That's how you. Jim Belushi was a big deal.
hmm
Yeah.
And then now he actually gave up Hollywood and he owns a cannabis farm in Oregon.
Makes sense.
So
It totally makes sense.
93 acres up there, right? Dusty Baker, he's still a manager, 73 today. He's been with the Astros, only manager to win a division with the first 5 different teams. But he does not have a World Series ring, not yet. And then Cooper Kupp, he's 29 today, 3rd round draft pick. He is a Ram.
He's the best receiver in the NFL.
Super Bowl winner last year, MVP, only the 8th wide receiver to get that accolade, which is
Yeah,
and
he's
then
the best.
We'll talk about it after birthdays.
He's
but
why the Rams won the Super Bowl.
he signed a huge contract last night. And then actor Jim Varney would have been 73 today, famously played Ernest and voiced Slinky Dog in the Toy Story films. Remember him?
Oh, Slinky Dog.
Yeah. And then, oh, wait, I have one for you. Steve Walsh, 41 today of Kansas.
What?
I
41?
got stories about Steve.
Oh, 71.
Yeah.
Sorry, 71.
I was like, is that his son?
Happy birthday to all our celebrities
Steve
from the
Jr.?
Edge family.
This is the Edge Morning Show.
What, are you still asleep?
Sorry, I was up late last night.
Doing what?
Doing what? I am taking a disc jockey correspondence course.
Good luck with that.
Good luck with that. Oh, someday I'm going to be on the radio.
And you are going to dress like a radio professional, not like some 14-year-old glue hopper.
If you insist.
Come on, we're ready to start the show.
It's showtime.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. It is The Edge, the fastest 2 hours of morning talk radio. We're different, and that's why we're the best. I'll say it there. It sounds arrogant, but it is. We're different because we do things that other people won't do.
Say thank you to Cindy.
And we attack the issues that nobody else will. Eric Johnson's here. Chris Knight, Chris Cooper. I'm Big Faust of Fox 2. Thank you to Cindy Giordano.
Yes.
She stopped by yesterday with some gifts. She gave me a glass. It says the fastest 2 hours in morning talk radio, fastest 2 hours. And
I got a shot glass
and
that
it says
F
Vic.
Joe Biden. No, it doesn't. It says
No.
let's go, Brandon.
She also gave me she remembered a tie, a 420 tie. Go figure. There was nothing else that was no gummies, nothing
Yeah.
rolled up.
Yeah.
She didn't drop that off, just the 420 tie. Thank you, Chris. So there you go. And by the way, Aaron Bland, I saw your comment. The Stanley Cup Finals start tonight, and even though I think Colorado is going to win, and I think they're going to win easily the series, he said that we all wish that Nazem Kadri was on our team, even though we say we hate him. No, I don't like guys who play the race card like he does. He plays his race. He's a dirty player. He had several dirty hits. He even wrote an op-ed saying how he needed to change. And then when he received a couple, quote, death threats, and if you talk to athletes, ask them how they receive death threats all the time.
Oh, yeah. Especially
all
hockey.
the freak, but they don't make it public like poor little Nassim did. Nassim is a little candy ass, and I wish I could tell him to his little face, but I told you this before. I'd have to look down on him to tell him, and then he'd run away, just like he ran away from Jordan Bennington after he smashed him into that. So, Aaron, as Chris said, yes, he is.
But if you heard that he was coming to the Blues next year, what would you think?
I would be very bummed out.
Oh, yeah, I'd be disappointed.
And guess what? It would never happen because Jordan Bennington would say,
Right.
Armstrong, trade me right now,
Yeah.
or we're gone. And the only reason he didn't get his little ass kicked by the Blues is because they don't have an enforcer.
Yeah.
That's it.
Happens all the time. You
Yeah.
hate a guy that, like the Kansas City Chiefs.
Aaron's lost in his love for the Lanch, and that's fine. You know, we forgive you for that. But no, don't think for a second that, and you brought this up. We didn't. You brought it up and said that we would want him on our team. No, we wouldn't. No, we would. He's a piece of trash, and he's going to win a Stanley Cup, in my opinion. But it doesn't make him any less of a piece of a trash.
But in my opinion, he's not going to.
Has he been approved to play?
I don't know. Haven't looked. Don't care. Not trying to be a jerk. I just hadn't looked.
I know he skated.
The Lanch don't need him. He's just a side piece. He's the side dish.
He did have a hat trick against the Blues.
Yeah, he scored some 5-on-3 goals. You and I could score 5-on-3 goals with open nets.
I can
So are you still going
He's kind
down
of
there
like
this
he's kind of
weekend, Chris?
Eric. He's kind of like you looking when I see him. It's like you looking at a side of asparagus on the table.
Damn.
You just want to like push it into the trash.
Now you went nuts.
Yeah, I know. I hear you.
What'd
Drew Collins says, "What's that, Chris?"
I'm sorry. What'd you say, Crystal?
Oh, I was just wondering, are you going this weekend still?
I don't know. I'm waiting for my rep at the Lightning to call me back. But yeah, I'm planning on attending one of the Stanley Cup.
That'd be cool. You
We'll
should.
see.
That'd
yeah,
be great.
no
if you
matter
could.
what, that would be really
It would be
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
And by the way, the police told us crime may be spreading everywhere, or crime can happen anywhere. The shooting that happened in Town and Country, when you first heard it,
Town and Country.
Yeah, but here's what happened: the
Somebody
crime.
stole his pudding.
No, somebody came from the city and shot him. He's from the city. Police told us he's from the city. He works there, and it was outside of his work when he was leaving. He was targeted.
What?
So yes, crime can
That's
happen
even worse.
anywhere, but it doesn't mean it's originating in Town and Country. So let's just get that straight.
John Parker, make a call. Let's stop this.
Hey man,
garbage
we
right
ain't
now.
talking about John Parker. No
Why
more.
not?
Because
Happy wedding day.
we'll
by the way,
talk
John.
about it off the air.
You guys
Thank you.
brought up players people hate, but love if they're on your team. No, we didn't. We didn't bring that up today. Nobody brought up. Did you say anything about that, Eric?
No.
No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he didn't. Aaron, that's all right. Just I'm not even going to give it to you anymore. I'm sorry, buddy. He's a piece of trash, and if you like him, go like him. But you like a piece of trash, and we saw what he did.
And you're probably watching
and Jordan Bennington wasn't the first time that he did this. The guy has a history. That's why he admitted he needed to change in a letter. So there you go. Blah blah blah. Okay.
You are passionate about that, man. You're passionate.
Let's get done with it.
Can we talk about a player like that
Please.
deserves something?
Please.
Okay, so Cooper Kupp, I mentioned him in birthdays.
The best wide receiver in the NFL, bar none.
So they extended his contract yesterday for 3 years, $80 million, 75 of it guaranteed.
That
So-
guaranteed money is insane.
which is not usual for NFL. They don't usually guarantee that much money. And then, so in total, Cup now has 5 years and $110 million remaining on his contract. And
Good.
he is 29 years old today.
That's good. It's amazing. And
But like you said, he's deserved it.
out of Eastern Washington, because he didn't fit the bill for college recruiting coaches coming out of high school. They didn't think that he looked like what a receiver should look like.
Right.
And all he did is he went, okay, watch me. I'm going to become the best receiver in the NFL. And that's exactly what he
Yeah.
did. And now he's being paid as the best receiver in the NFL.
Fourth player since 1970 to lead the league in catches, yards, and touchdowns.
It was
so
amazing.
well deserved.
Yeah, it was
Good job, Cooper
absolutely
Kupp.
amazing. One of the things that I talked about, we were going to break, guys. Hey, Bloomberg reporting yesterday, White House officials, not Biden publicly, and you won't hear about it on the national news, from Bloomberg, from Cigar and Hinty, quote, White House officials privately admit the collateral damage from Russia sanctions has been much wider than expected, and that they originally believed that sanctioning food and energy would have a minimal effect on inflation here at home. I mean, it's
Gosh,
I don't know if you can make this stuff up.
there's just no
They
there's
have
no
no competence.
Jeez. Exactly. No confidence at all.
Now you got to say my name or I can't talk anymore. You jinxed me.
Oh, Eric.
Thank you. They have no ability to run the store.
I like your thought, Todd.
It's almost sometimes on this show, your brain shuts down because you're like, oh my God, what we're talking about is not opinions anymore. It's fact. Sometimes it happens. You start to get wrapped up and you go, oh my God, the world that we're living in is really actually that bad. Mm-hmm. This Biden cat is so horrible. Who is pulling his strings? It's not him. He doesn't have the ability to shift gears. So who is it that is running Joe Biden's brain right now?
No
Who
idea.
is the teleprompter cat?
And he stops in the middle of the sentence and goes, well, never mind. You know, it's like, oh, you were just getting ready to give us a nugget. You know?
That thing he did with the union yesterday, that speech he gave, and he started yelling at them. I was like, is this for real? What country are we in? He thinks he's...
I think his hearing aid was turned all the way up.
It's too much to handle. Sometimes on this show, we try to be lively and fun, and hey, it's fun. It's free for all Friday. There's sometimes on this show it gets, especially now. We started this whole thing with COVID. It's like, oh my God, the world's blowing up. Let's talk about COVID, the war on COVID, and we're like, I think we did a pretty good job informing people. Sure and then it transitioned over to this Biden thing. It's like, okay, well, maybe it's not going to be that bad. We all did. All of us came in to say, oh, you know what? We wish him luck. Hopefully, Biden, he's a centrist, and we can just kind of fill potholes and move forward.
No, I was saying that.
Yeah, so
because he told us he was going to be a uniter.
A moderate.
Yeah, so was
moderate.
I didn't say anything other than that.
But then on day one, he signed more executive orders than any president in history.
When he brought that...
And then it was like, oh, no.
When he brought the 42 books out and put them on his desk, and basically you realized right then and there, his whole job was to turn over everything Trump did. And the first one on the top was, this is a repudiation against the XL pipeline. It will be stopped right now. I'm signing it.
Hey, don't slap that.
I started.
You break the camera, you pay for it.
I started thinking, my first reaction, Crystal Cooper? Backlash. That was the first time I thought backlash. This country is going to hate this guy, and they will. And then the second thing was the defund the cop thing. I was like, oh my God, this guy really wants cops to be not funded. He wants cities to go to we have police counselors, no guns.
No, but he's publicly said for over a year that he was against defunding police.
Did he?
Yes.
Because there was an interview he did.
Oh my God, Eric, we've talked about this so many times. Yes, over and over and over publicly, he said he's against it. Even Cori Bush came out against him, saying she disagreed. Tashara Jones even said she disagreed with Biden. But then, as we saw records, we don't know really what's going on behind the scenes because he is also, whether he knows he's hosting them or not, I don't know, but he's hosted, quote, several defund the police events
at
the White House.
Exactly.
So we don't know.
What
I know what he said publicly.
Hey, you know what? You can say
twice.
I just wonder what he even attends on a daily basis and what they say he attends.
So it's worse what Vic just said than what I just said because he comes out on Rachel Maddow or wherever and says, no, we have to have strong policing in all the cities. Crime is this, that, and the other. And then Vic says, behind the scenes
this is what happened. Yeah. The White House
in the White House cafeteria.
House logs and records show several events.
The BLMers, the defund the policers, they are all having sit-down meetings
and
with this guy.
And if that's you, that's fine. Just be honest about it. Let everybody know what you're doing.
They're not going to be because... No, we want to defund the cops in St. Louis, Missouri. That doesn't really work very well. Well, we want to defund Philadelphia. Really? You have the highest crime rate ever in the history of this country in Philadelphia right now. You're trying to get rid of the DA in Philadelphia. With everybody, even the Democrats are like, this guy's got to go.
Well, this just came out. Speaking of President Biden, since you brought him up, Eric, the administration has now announced the release of another 45 million barrels of crude oil from our strategic petroleum reserve. The reserves are now drained and lowered to a 35-year low.
That is really bad. That is really bad. You put that stuff in there for whenever China, Japan, or whoever attacks your coastline or when you need to go to war. It's an emergency. You basically have an emergency pipeline right now. Have the oil companies say, you are free to reign for the next 20 years. Here's your licenses. Go pump. Mm-hmm. Go pump. So he's using the strategic oil to basically fuel domestic consumption. That is moronic.
But at the same time, this is where it can get confusing for the average American, even an American that studies this. He's also threatening oil companies now with, quote, emergency powers if they don't boost supply as inflation spikes. But the oil company's like, wait a second. We want to. You're not letting us drill where we want to drill.
Yeah, and then,
or transport where they want to transport to.
So, once again, not trying to pile on. These are just the facts and the things that are happening. You decide how you want to decide on what this means. But I don't know if that makes sense to me.
No. And when his response to $5 gas is simply, oh, it's outrageous what the Ukraine war is causing.
Well, I know.
Oh, it's just.
I don't think we say anything very controversial on this show. It's just common sense.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that we're controversial at all?
I don't.
I mean, do you think that anything we say is controversial? That a Drew Collins, who is our friend on Facebook, do you think he listens to us and goes, that is the most controversial thing I've ever heard in my life? Oh, my God. Yes, the strategic oil supply should be used for domestic consumption. Or do you think it's just common sense? Hey, Drew, we could be oil independent if we wanted to be. Why don't we just have Mobil and Exxon and BP start pumping out a little bit more, giving them unadulterated licenses to do that? Is there anything controversial in that statement?
I mean,
but he's about to type something that's going to be exceptionally offensive,
right?
And we're going to go, ha, Drew, you're an idiot.
Because that's the thing nowadays. We can find something in everything, right? If we really try to.
Brent says Exxon and Chevron are down. I haven't looked, haven't had a chance. Take your word for it right now since you're looking at it. But Biden's talking about all the astronomical money being brought in by the oil companies. Yet that's kind of a reason, I guess, from why gas prices are high, because they're overcharging customers. I don't know about that.
I don't think so.
I don't know about that. Yeah. So it is something else that we're dealing with now in the midst of all of that craziness that's going on. And it's sad that here we are again, inflation, gas prices, rates going up, short supply. Everybody's worried. And, what was it, 16, 17, 18 months ago? Things were so much different.
Yeah, this show is basically...
If your life is better, how? We continue to ask, what is Joe Biden or the Biden administration doing that's good now?
Yeah. This show, here's the show, Crystal.
And tell us so we can promote it.
Yeah. This show is basically we all have popcorn and a soda, and all four of us walk out to a football game, Friday Night Lights. And we're basically just doing commentary on what we're seeing on the field. And it would be the equivalent of, it's the fourth quarter, we're down by 6 points, we got to go 98 yards, and the Joe Biden team is the offense, and they run a play up the middle, a handoff. No, you don't do that. We are basically just commenting on really bad play calling right now. Mm-hmm. That's all we're doing. Mm-hmm. There's nothing controversial about this show whatsoever. We are basically just here as the peanut gallery going, I cannot believe that this administration is doing X, Y, and Z.
Right.
Right?
And we're willing to listen to the other side. That's why we ask.
Yes.
If you have...
I have asked Drew Collins now.
Yeah, tell
for
us.
2 months. 2 months I've asked Drew Collins, I need an essay on everything you would do. What are we missing here? An essay on how you make this country better, Drew Collins. And he never does it. He just sits there and takes pot shots at us.
He doesn't mind spending his money on those things, I guess. You know what I mean? Because
I'm waiting for my essay.
Way.
I would read it and I would go, damn, that's a good point. All right, Drew makes it. I would literally read it with an open mind, but he never does it. Mm. I think that that's a good analogy. We're just the peanut gallery, and we just come in here every day and go, oh my God, I cannot believe they're running a running play on 4th and 50.
Well, to this point in time, Republicans, when it comes to certain elections, have a ton of momentum.
Yeah.
If the, quote, red wave happens, does it change anything? Will decisions at the highest level be changed? Will there be some more order? Will there be checks and balances? And if so, for how long? And how much damage has been done? Or if damage has been done, how long does it take to correct it or replace it? Or is it even possible? Serious things to think about.
Yeah. We almost need to shift gears and talk about something else, because I think that we've just numbed ourselves so bad to all of this. It's that bad.
Well,
Vic.
it's not even a numbing. It's what is happening. I mean, and in the midst of it, Todd says weed sales are through the roof. I continue to hear that as well. Yeah.
It's a shame.
It's
Well, at least the taxes they put on the cannabis go towards, I mean, some good things, right? Like it was.
what do they? I don't even know what they do. I know what they're supposed to do.
Well, I mean, I thought that a lot of the taxes were being dispersed in other areas. So,
Interesting. Oh, Robert says oil companies more money, but same percentages, which is more important. So if the dollar inflates, won't the profit in dollars increase without the percentage changing? Seriously, you make some great points, Robert. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And then you had John Kerry yesterday in a press conference saying we don't need to drill more. Okay.
Lurch.
Okay. All right. And Joe says, and he reminds us, the U.S. consumes between 15 to 20 million gallons of oil a day.
Barrels.
No, he says gallons.
Wow.
But he means barrels. That's what he meant.
Right.
Yep. Nothing controversial. Facts are facts, and it should terrify everyone.
I just think
because
you should,
that's what we have.
If you live in St. Charles County right now, you should just wake up every morning, go roll around in your front yard and say, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because they've really done a good job here. I feel like that we're in this little isolation bubble in St. Charles. I just think they've done a
but
good job
eventually
here.
everything will show up at your front
I
door.
hope not.
I know
just
you
hope not.
But everything will. Just because you live in St. Charles County doesn't mean inflation isn't here, Eric.
Oh, it's here.
Look at the gas prices.
Oh, it's here.
Yeah, inflation is in St. Charles County.
Yeah.
So it's not immune to everything that's going on in the country.
But it's a lot worse in a lot different places in this country right now. Seattle, Washington, oh my God.
since I brought it up, I thought I'd let you guys know. So cannabis retailers pay taxes to the state Department of Revenue, right? Which then directs it to the Missouri Veterans Commission for Veteran Services.
What?
Mm-hmm.
So pot taxes go right to the veterans?
Yeah, after the operating expenses for the medical marijuana program are already covered.
How about that, Vic? That's a great idea.
Mm-hmm. So go, who knew?
We got to take a quick break. Eric Johnson's here, Chris Knight, Chris Cooper. I'm Vic Faust, Fox 2. We come back also. Yesterday, no knock warrants were eliminated in the city of St. Louis by Mayor Tashara Jones.
Oh, she's a genius. Let's talk about something nice when we come back, like murder hornets.
Yeah. However, I spoke to somebody with the ATF who kind of broke it down, and he does, and I'll explain what he says, what's going to happen with this, what has happened the last year, and the whole thing. Sam Page is having a local news conference right now because it's hot outside.
What?
Nowhere to be found during COVID.
We need you to stay out of the water because it's hot outside.
Back with more right after this. And as
Don't
we
get
leave
in the
you,
sprinkler systems.
and as we leave you, we give you a shot of Tampa.
Yeah.
Where Chris wishes he was.
Yeah, boy, I will be.
365 days a year.
That.
The Stanley Cup Finals begin there.
We won't be opening up the fire hydrants today. You kids will suffer.
Wait a minute. Game one's in Tampa? I thought game one was in Colorado.
No, it is. Colorado is home ice, but
Then why are we showing Tampa?
because I like Tampa.
There it is. I want to see Tampa
Me too. I don't want to see Colorado.
I'm done with Colorado.
And listener Todd Bodecker's on. He's from Florida. He says that's him on the beach.
It's a great looking beach shot.
Thanks, Todd.
I'm back with Where the Edge right after this.
I love these guys. They make funny with their mouths.
The Edge Morning Show. Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hey, it's Shanny for Mascots Bar and Grill, and I'll tell you what, if you're looking for a place to watch the game with friends, Cardinals, Blues, whatever, it's Mascots Bar and Grill. If you're looking for a place for happy hour, it's Mascots Bar and Grill. Heck, grab some friends, get a table, and play rock and roll bingo every night and twice on Saturdays at Mascots Bar and Grill. You can win some great prizes. Seriously, great prizes at Mascots for playing rock and roll bingo. And it's absolutely free to play. Wednesday night is ladies' night, and you won't believe the specials they have going on there. Come by for lunch. They're the home of the legendary lunch special. You go tell them you're FOS, you're a friend of Shanny's, and you want that big old burger and fries for just $5, and they're going to give it to you fresh and hot, just the way you ordered it, and it's so delicious, and you don't have to do the dishes. If you go once, you will go again and again. Mascots Bar and Grill, home of the legendary lunch special.
Shop in one place, O'Fallon Overhead Doors, for your residential and commercial garage doors and gates. As a locally owned, family-operated business, O'Fallon Overhead Doors provides 5-star service. Their technicians are not paid on commission, so they won't sell you something you don't need. Looking for a new door, a repair, or yearly maintenance? Call O'Fallon Overhead Doors on Continental Drive in Wentzville, 272-2722. Showroom open weekdays 8 till 4:30. Free estimates on new doors. Visit O'FallonOverheadDoors.com.
Weber Chevrolet has been in business since 1902. No other car dealer in St. Louis of any brand can say that. Nobody sells more Chevrolet, period. Weber Chevrolet is one dealer with 3 roofs. In Missouri at Olive and 270, and in Illinois Metro East, Columbia, and Granite City. All easy to get to, just follow the 270 loop. Also, all online accessible at WeberChevrolet.com. Right now, Weber Chevrolet is open but very thorough in their cleaning, disinfecting, and social distancing rules. And don't forget, Weber Chevrolet service departments are award-winning and second to none. In fact, other dealers send their problems to Weber Chevy to fix. Now during this crisis, Weber Chevrolet has teamed up with Detroit to come up with awesome deals to help people save money and manage their budget. Discounts, incentives, and the ability to not make your payment for up to 4 months. Weber Chevrolet since 1902, WeberChevrolet.com.
DQ presents the sound of an all-star summer lineup. Leading off, the promising rookie, new Oreo Dirt Pie. On deck, the fan favorite Girl Scout Thin Mints. Summer standouts, drumstick with peanuts and cotton candy. And batting cleanup, it's you. With your red spoon and 6 summer blizzard flavors, official treat of MLB. All part of the new DQ All-Star Summer Blizzard lineup. DQ? Happy tastes good.
If you are having a bad day at work, I can help. Hi, this is Curtis Barks with Complete Auto Body and Repair. We just expanded to Cottleville and St. Peters and are looking for qualified automotive and auto body technicians that would want to work in a climate-controlled environment. That's right, we offer a fully climate-controlled, air-conditioned and heated facility in both Cottleville and St. Peters. Visit us at CompleteAB.com. If it's not perfect, it's not complete. Others can't compete with Complete Auto Body.
Dad, and service!
Oh yeah, and service.
He fixed the car!
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $700 on average, and those savings add up. Imagine what you could buy in the future.
The graphics are so real on this video game console I bought with the savings from switching to Progressive 10 years ago. I can't tell what's real and what's the game, which I think is what people want. You know, in the future, which it is currently.
So switch to Progressive and save big, because those savings can add up in the future. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National annual average insurance savings by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive in 2020. Potential savings will vary.
At Locke's Family Hair Salon in St. Peters, the emphasis is on family. Women, men, and children's styles to make everyone look amazing. And they have their new line of Locke's shampoo and conditioner, just for Locke's clients. For cuts, color, perms, and more. Come in for Brazilian blowouts, face waxing, makeup, and hair extensions too. On Mexico Road in St. Peters by Smoothie King. For directions and appointment information, go to LOXFamilyHairSalon.com. Locke's Family Hair Salon, where family is everything.
Now, back to the Edge Morning Show.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. It is The Edge. Appreciate everybody joining us this morning. A friend of mine, Ann Garlic, just sent me information. Man, and depending upon where you live, it's a very, very popular Starbucks at Clayton and Lindbergh in the Frontenac area, right across the street from a Schnucks, right by the old Schneidhorst. It's on fire. And I think that's safe to say.
That is a fire.
That's a massive fire. You see the cloud of smoke there. So I'm sure Fox 2's all over it right now. I just received that, but we try to give you the information as we get it. But that is crazy, crazy massive. That's they're building a new, where the old Schneidhorst used to be, they connected it. And very interesting, that massive fire. Wow. Chris, how does a massive fire in Starbucks during the hours start?
I don't know. I was just reading on Fox 2 Now's website. It says the fire may have started by a construction crane that came into contact with some electrical wires.
Bingo, because they've got construction going on there. And I went in to meet my new landlord, Friday, and they have it blocked off. There's been construction going on. So you couldn't you couldn't enter the parking lot from Clayton Road.
Yeah.
Well, I was just curious because, Chris, let everybody know if they don't know what you do with fire. You've got some knowledge here.
It just makes Starbucks drive-through even
Or can
worse.
Okay.
That actually isn't a drive-through.
Oh, it's not?
No, you gotta
you have
get
to go
out
in.
and put it there.
I don't know.
And it is always,
that parking lot is
always
tiny.
packed. The parking lot's tiny, and it is packed. So anyway, just passing that along. Well, wow. I was trying to figure out some of our Facebook line stuff. Anyway, tons of power outages as well being reported in that area, if you know anybody. So I'm assuming.
Yeah, avoid that intersection because it will be backed up for sure.
Damn.
So a lot of people get off their 40s full, but if 40's backing up because they're looking at the smoke, don't try to get off because you're not going to have any luck on Clayton either. Just, my traffic background.
So, but that intersect, I see what you're saying.
Like if it starts slowing as you're coming up to Spady, a lot of people might try to hop over, get off Lindbergh, and then go Clayton and jump back on. So
Spody.
Yeah. So that
Spody. Is that what you said the first time you said Spody? We have people that come to Fox 2, and if you're not from St. Louis, they're screwed.
Oh.
You try to... I've heard so many Spody and then all the other names that are pronounced so differently in the St. Louis area because of the French.
When they took traffic reporting out of St. Louis hands and sent it to Chicago, it was pretty obvious they were doing all kinds of stuff. But my favorite is when they get the athletes, like you go to the Cardinals game and they put them up and they put different roads and they have these athletes try to pronounce them, Shoto and all these other ones, Spody. I love that. I love those little... when you can see the fun side of the players.
Okay. Eric, I'll get this and then we'll just go all fun the rest of the show, okay? Will that make you feel
rock
better?
and roll.
Well, okay, because I have to get to this now. Starting yesterday, no-knock warrants are banned in the city of St. Louis. Mayor Tashard Jones signed the executive order banning the use of no-knock warrants. Now, the no-knock warrants allowed law enforcement to enter homes, of course, and property without notice. We've talked about that. But in 2020, the city passed a law limiting their use in drug cases. The new order just kind of builds upon that. But according to the city, St. Louis Metropolitan Police didn't use any warrants this past year. So Tashara feels that this new order is only going to strengthen the city's commitment to building what she calls trust with the city. Now, I reached out to my friend with the ATF,
geez.
and I said, what's going on here? How important is this? Give me because he's very level-headed. And he's been in the line of duty. He's taken bullets. An awesome guy. He said, here's the deal. He's like, it's absolutely ridiculous and atrocity that she would not give police agencies the ability to use a no-knock warrant. She's like, there's absolutely no doubt you need these in certain situations. She's like, do you need them all the time? No. He's like, and you're not using them all the time.
Right.
But because of the Breonna Taylor situation, one situation that had happened, And keep in mind, thousands and thousands and thousands of occurrences and without issues, and or you don't hear about the police who are being shot more so than the house resident. And there were still some things that went on with that whole case. He says you absolutely need it. He's like, this definitely puts police in a worse situation of being shot and killed. Also, while they're just trying to do what their job is, not doing anything wrong. And it also sends a bad message to police as well, where she puts more lines in the sand like, okay, you're choosing crime and the possibility of crime over police. That's his take. And a current ATF member.
You put it perfectly. I don't know what I can add to it. St. Louis is just on another trajectory of making it soft on criminals.
But there are people in the community that like this.
Oh, really?
That live
yeah,
in
the
St.
house
Louis.
right down there, they just stole $5,000 from a jeweler, and they just beat the crap out of the jeweler that works there. And we have them on camera. Yet we have to go, hey, cops, can you open up? No, we're not coming out. Okay, well, we'll be out here. We'll just be hanging out.
We'll be waiting for you.
Yeah, we'll just be waiting for you. Okay, go get yourself a turkey pot pie. We'll be here. No, that's not how it works. A violent criminal, it's like police open the door, whap, put handcuffs on, you take them out. You've now completely neutralized the entire situation.
Right. I think part of the problem with the crime in the city, though, is that I don't think that a lot of witnesses are coming out to help the police solve a lot of these problems. So, I mean, when you're already running uphill pushing a boulder and then this comes down, it has got to be difficult to be a St. Louis city cop right now.
Oh, it is. Well, police don't get paid even close to what they should for what they do. Not only is your life being put on the line every day, but now your job has increased so much. Now you're having to decide, whether do I go in here? Do I go in there? Can I shoot? Can I not shoot? Am I going to upset somebody? Is this going to work? Video cameras around. How is this going to be interpreted? Now I have to, take care of this, of course, the traffic accident. Now I have to chase somebody down the street. Now I have to avoid bullets. I mean, it's insane.
And when you ask for help, they say, "Oh, I didn't see anything."
It's just
But you also have more than ever.
Here it is.
A disrespect and a desire to fight with you, shoot back and run.
No, because I don't think people are dumb
Eric,
down in St. Louis.
That's what's
I
happening.
hope that you're not telling me
Eric,
that people are
police-
stupid in
Eric,
St.
police
Louis.
will tell you right now,
Yeah.
there's such a disrespect for police that they don't abide or listen, and they'll shoot at you.
Yes.
They will shoot at you.
I'm not saying they're stupid. I'm saying that they aren't willing to be helpful in some of these situations.
Well, then you know what? Is there any part of your person?
Most.
Is there any part of your person that goes, you get what you deserve? St. Charles, Missouri, which I talk about, we don't want that here. We want our cops to be ass kickers. We want to see multiple stops on Highway 70 because you're just driving too fast. It's dangerous. We want a community that we feel safe going to the park at 8 o'clock.
If you don't
you know what I'm
have it-
saying?
yeah, if you don't
because
have
we
it.
demand it.
Yeah, if
That's
you don't
it.
have it, the crime will spread.
Exactly. If it happens, I expect Lomar to come out and just throw the cops at everybody. Have Borgia, have Eldman, everybody. We come out in Starbucks. He goes, "We're going to have more cops. We're going to stop this crime. We're going to fix potholes. We're going to do it right." Now, all of a sudden, Tashara says, "You know what? Yeah, these violent criminals."
But police didn't use any warrants last year, is what.
Well, they
is what
should
said.
be. You have a city. Look, I don't want to be so down on St. Louis. I love St. Louis. I love the art museum. I love the zoo. I love the Cardinals. I love the Blues. But my God, I'm hearing story after story after story about people coming in to the St. Louis to spend money, by the way, to keep these establishments afloat. And if they were 4 blocks in a different direction, they would have probably been killed or beaten. Killed or beaten. Yeah. Or all their money taken from them, whatever it is. It's just the way you do business in St. Louis. How do you stop that? You have one shot. You have big-time policing. You have a prosecutor's office that said, we're done with this. You have people going out and doing economic development across St. Louis. You call it a day. I'm done. Vic, go ahead.
Thank you. Eric, I appreciate it. Thank you, my friend.
You're welcome.
You want something kinder and softer? A
Yes.
little bit
Let's
better?
talk about, I don't know, whatever.
Eric, apparently, and this might be you right now. I don't know, but I know you're around there. The age that humans apparently feel the sexiest at?
10.
53.
53.
Self-esteem must skyrocket as we age. Or we just lose touch with reality because this seems higher.
Makes sense.
It does. A dating app for seniors called Our Time. Are you familiar with it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Stop looking at me like that.
Polled a bunch of people 50 years and up and asked how old they were when they felt the sexiest. 53.
Okay.
You just stop like giving a shit.
It's a non-story story.
Did you just say that?
FCC
Crystal,
just called.
Get her a bar of soap.
Oh my gosh,
or to wash her mouth out.
she's literally, look at her, she's blushing. FCC just
Crystal,
called and
is
wants your
your
license.
dad listening?
I don't know.
Let's get some bar of soap in here.
Your mama
quickly.
listening?
Dad, text me if you're listening.
Oh my gosh.
You throw me off the track so much. What were we even talking about?
40% said that they've stopped worrying about what other people think of them, so that could have something to do with it.
Dude, you're right there with me. You don't you're no spring chicken.
I wouldn't even qualify
You're
for
no
our
spring
time
chicken.
because you have to be 50. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Well,
Maybe
you're right
when I
there.
get to 50, then I can talk to you about our time.
So is it true?
In your 20s, males, you were always competing with something. You were competing with other guys. You were trying to figure out what you wanted to do in life. You didn't have the wisdom. You probably didn't have a really nice house at that point. You didn't have time to feel, what was it? What's the study over there? Sexy? Is that what it is? Feeling sexiest.
Whatever that means.
By your 30s, you've just gone through 4 relationships that probably didn't pan out very well. You are frustrated.
What?
Yeah.
Eric,
I'm preaching.
There's a lot of people who are married at 53.
I'm preaching over
Okay.
here. I'm preaching. Or if you went through a marriage that's now over, you don't feel sexy in your 30s, you're like literally trying to build a house, you're trying to get cars, you're trying to get stuff under your roof. You want the stuff. That's what makes you feel big about yourself. 40s, okay, you're kind of settling into a pattern. You're a professional at some institution. You're making enough money, but you're still a little stressed out. You get into your 50s, everyone's out of the house. You have wisdom underneath your wings. You got money. And you know what? You can go kick back at a winery, put your feet up, and just say, you know what? I'm just chilling. And when you chill, you feel sexy. And that's the way it is.
Is that why this is what it is?
That's why I agree with it. Absolutely. Not to mention guys, they become distinguished looking. And the gray kind of brings the mystery out in you. And women want to come over and hang out with the mystery. You know what I'm saying?
Crystal, what do you think
Vic,
about all
you know
this,
what I'm
Crystal?
talking about. I'm preaching like a...
I don't.
Go ahead, Crystal.
I was just looking up to see if there were any celebrities that were 53
Yes,
when they were
there
voted
are.
when they were
It would
voted.
be a George Clooney.
No, when they were voted the sexiest man alive, right?
Are there any?
So here's the 3 oldest men that have ever been sexiest man alive. It is Paul Rudd, 52.
52. Boom, right there.
Harrison Ford, who was 56.
Boom, right there.
Sean Connery, who was 59.
Sean Connery.
So
Come on, Vic. You know,
Eric, okay.
You know what I'm talking
Eric, you're kicking like a chicken, all right?
You know that's right.
That's your phrase.
Oh, yeah, you didn't wear your shirt.
No, I didn't, but I will.
Well,
Cindy, thank you.
41% also said that they were more confident about their looks now than they used to be. The examples, and you just said one, Crystal, I believe. These are all people who are 53. Jennifer Aniston. All right.
Amen, brother. She has not changed since 1990.
Owen Wilson. Owen Wilson.
That nose just gets a little bit weirder.
Mariah Carey.
Okay.
The singing, she really screwed up the old Christmas song, so I kind of...
No, she didn't.
Yeah, she did. She kind of sucked there for a while.
All I want
Anyway,
for
go ahead.
Christmas is you.
I'll sing you some isolated tracks of her. She's not very precise.
Hugh Jackman.
Okay.
Yeah, Hugh
I
works.
like
He's
Hugh.
in constant workout mode.
Yeah, yes, he is. Jason Bateman.
Funny as hell.
Kate Blanchett.
Don't know who that is.
And come on. And Paul Rudd, who we
Paul
just
Rudd.
heard about.
Yeah,
Nice.
makes sense to me.
Yeah, Jennifer Aniston still looks amazing.
You can even say that Tom Cruise looks better now than he did back when he was a kid.
Well, yeah. Yeah, of course. The poll didn't talk about what you can do to help make yourself look better, too, and modern technology that we have now that you didn't have even 15 years ago.
Just go out gracefully. Who cares? Stop with the Botox over there.
What's wrong with Botox?
It's not good for you. It's not good for you.
It's not. No, I'm going to explain. I'll tell you about it.
Anyway, what I heard.
I'm going to get some Botox.
Yeah, I don't know if it's true or not, but what I heard is not. Just don't do it. Botulism. Botulism.
You know what? Maybe I'll have somebody on, and we'll talk about the positive.
I don't have a dog in the fight, but I'm just saying. One of the guys from a plastic surgery place around here said, "You know what? It's not the best thing to put in your face." And filler. Filler's the other thing.
Yeah. Pam Remset says Owen Wilson has what is called a strong nose. And Amy really likes Jason Bateman. She says he's hot.
And Jason came out of nowhere.
What do you mean?
He really did. Didn't he start to kind of revive his career?
Yeah, he came
when he was a little bit older, wasn't he?
Yeah, he revived it. Absolutely.
And then Ozark just put him over the top.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Eric, how do you? This is a great question from Todd.
I'm waiting.
Well, Eric, okay, you gave us.
Why are you laughing?
Because I read it already.
Crystal's just going nuts over here.
Okay, Eric, after hearing your diatribe already about Botox, how do you feel about putting silicone into somebody's chest?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Male or female?
Yeah,
Pectoral
female.
muscles?
Female, since you like females.
Well, who doesn't?
Okay.
How do I feel about it?
Yeah,
do whatever you think makes you feel better.
Okay. Oh, but that's not what you said about the Botox, though.
No, I just said
So
as
people
far
say
as
that's unsafe.
Well,
what about the silicone in the breast area?
Who are the two guys that are
Or like
twins?
the butt lifts now, right?
Who's the chick that looks like a lion now? That used to be really pretty back in the day. Donatello, wasn't it? One of them is Donatello. Versace. She looks like a lion from all the face work that she did.
Well, you have to be careful.
You have to be careful
because it's apparently very addicting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a few people go way too far with it.
Way too far.
And you know what it is, though? It's always the lips.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, it can start there.
But that's what I feel like happens the worst. Yeah, the duck lips. You actually do that pretty good.
Who said duck lips? Who said that? Was that Vic?
No. Crystal said duck lips. I was just doing duck lips. Because you can see it, so I was like,
that's great, man. Do what makes you happy. Get a tattoo. Tattoo your whole body. I could care less. Just be happy in life. That's what happens when you're
duck lips.
When you're when you're 53 years old. You just do not need. You just do not need any of that anymore. You're
Eric,
cool.
do you have a problem with my lips? Are me putting silicone?
Oh my Lord!
And I'm not kidding you.
Yeah.
I know somebody that went overboard. The voice changes.
Really?
The pronunciation because I get my leg.
Oh.
It does. You're right,
darling. I got me, darling.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting away.
Mm-hmm. Don't mess with it. Don't
don't.
mess with it. Keep it real. Keep it
Oh
real.
my God, that's right. What are you pointing at yourself for?
Keeping it real.
You've never had any Botox?
Nope.
No fillers?
Nope.
Will you?
No. Well.
Yeah. You
Oh,
will.
she thought about it. You
Yeah,
caught
you
her.
will.
You caught her, man.
I mean, you can see these. I'm very expressive. I have a lot of wrinkles on my forehead, but at the same time, I don't want to give that up either. I feel like that's part of my personality is my facial expressions. So if I couldn't do that anymore.
Yeah, but you can do it gracefully too. Though there's way less is always more in everything in life. It is. It's better.
I believe in the before work. So eat healthy, take care of yourself.
Well, yes.
You know, put the suntan lotion on.
Yeah, but you have to be careful because
Don't
5
wear-
of the 7 top brands actually have harmful chemicals
There
in
we
them.
go.
But
Listen
industry
to
doesn't tell you that.
That's right.
And
See, be careful.
I don't pile on a ton of makeup. I think that's a lot of women's problems.
Yeah, less is more.
Your skin absorbs so much.
Are there tiers of botulism that you can put in your face so that you have a little bit of lineage, but the lineage is deleted a little bit? It's depleted.
Not sure.
Or is it like, Vic, you have to go full on out?
Yeah, I can't do duck lips on Fox 2 tonight. Sorry, guys.
Like just going to break just real quick.
You can give a little love.
Okay.
Dude, you can give a
And for
little
all
love.
of our Botox listeners, Watch it. Tracy says confidence is more attractive than plastic. Yes, it can.
Yes, it is so
But
true.
actually, Tracy, there's a balance because I'm going to be nice.
Why?
Yeah, because
when you walk into Napoli, when you walk into Napoli, that first chance to make an impression is so important. I just sounded like Casey Kasem. I just sounded like Casey Kasem there for a second.
Yeah, the top 10 list in Napoli.
Because the first impression.
Aaron Johnson.
Did you know it was 8
With
years
his
ago
margaritas.
today that Casey Kasem died?
I
That's so
did
funny
not.
that
I
you
would
brought
have
him
said
up.
20 years ago. Damn, it seems like he's been gone for a long time.
Eric Johnson, Chris Knight, Chris Cooper, and Big Faust of Fox 2. We got to take a quick break. We'll come out, finish up the show. Thanks again. It's been an awesome Wednesday morning show so far. We'll have a little surprise for you at the end here.
Come on down to St. Louis Hemp Company in St. Peters, where you can get all of your CBD needs, as well as many other euphoric cannabinoid-based products. From topicals to edibles and drinks, St. Louis Hemp Company has what you need, and new products are coming in all the time. You can get your medical marijuana card in store. Come on in to St. Louis Hemp Company, just off I-70 at Salt Lick Road by Deerbergs, and get your hemp together. Check out St. Louis Hemp Company on Facebook for more info and map.
If you owe the IRS back taxes, then get ready to pay up. The IRS has giant private collection agencies actively tracking down folks who owe the IRS. So if you think dodging them was stressful in the past, it's going to get a whole lot tougher. Optima Tax Relief has this advice. Don't wait. Solve your tax problems now before it's too late. Optima Tax Relief works to stop the demand letters, stop the aggressive collection actions, and stop the IRS collectors from targeting you. Ask Optima about the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands, and nobody knows this program better than they do. Optima is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, and they get results, having resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Get a fresh start. Call today for your free consultation.
Call 800-624-7544. 800-624-7544. 800-624-7544.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hi, this is Caitlin. You're listening to the Eggs Morning Show.
KFC knows that when it comes to chicken sandwiches, there's good and there's finger-licking good.
A chicken sandwich? That's good. A 100% white meat KFC chicken sandwich so delicious it forces you to rethink everything you know about sandwiches, including whether or not they even need buns, but then you remember how good a brioche bun can be and then having to rethink your rethinking? That's finger-licking good.
KFC's chicken sandwich, always served hot and crispy, in your choice of classic or spicy. Order now on the KFC app. Kentucky Fried Chicken, that's finger-licking good.
Prices and product availability may vary.
Hey, Brian Dawson here. Folks, Brian Dawson Roofing and Construction is a roofing company dedicated to excellence and quality. We are very familiar with working with insurance as well as uninsured roofing needs. We do room additions, small roofs, big roofs, steep roofs, flat roofs, residential and commercial. So hey, if you have any roofing or construction needs, call me, Brian Dawson.
Learn more by visiting BrianDawsonRoofing.com or call 636-465-9465. That's 465-9465.
This week, Greta Van Susteren is back on cable news. Her new show just launched on Newsmax, America's fastest-growing cable news channel. Each night, Greta is proving that people want real news without the media spin. Her show is called The Record with Greta Van Susteren, and everyone is talking about it. Tune in at 6 p.m. Eastern as Greta broadcasts from Washington with the real news, giving you the facts you need to know. She's asking the tough questions the big media won't. Find out why millions are making the switch to Newsmax. It's on all major cable systems and streaming platforms. Make the switch and watch Greta Van Susteren tonight. Check your program guide or get info on her new show by texting the word Greta to 39747. That's Greta to 39747. Switch to Newsmax today. It's real news for real people. Texting enrolls for automated text messages. Message and data rates may apply.
Hi, this is Conrad Bellman at Bellman's Carnection in St. Peters. Right now, we're buying any pre-owned vehicles. At Bellman Carnection, we will take anything on trade: farm, house, truck, cars, and SUVs. Bring into a Bellman pre-owned car, truck, SUV, or van today. The inventory is always fresh, so hurry in before someone else buys the one you want. Bellman's Carnection in St. Peters at Highway 70 and 370, where you will never pay the max. Online at carnection.com.
Hi, this is Caitlin. You're listening to the Eggs Morning Show.
I like that little voice.
Adorable.
Isn't it cute?
That is the voice of the one and only. She goes by one name, Caitlin.
Yeah.
Woo!
I didn't hear it.
You didn't hear it?
Do it again.
Caitlin,
You
if
wanna hear
you're
it?
listening.
Yeah, do it again.
All right, here.
Hi, this is Kate. You're listening to the Eggs Morning Show.
She sounds like a monster to me.
Great job, Caitlin.
Caitlin,
Great
we
job.
appreciate you listening. You'll be a guest next week.
All right. Hey, now. She'll be like, hey, Vic said I could come in there.
Yeah. You need to be careful.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
You mean she'd want to come in?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, she's listening. What kind of tie does she want you to wear tonight, huh?
Yeah.
Is that what somebody said?
No, I'm just asking. If
Rainbow
Caitlin's
and
listening-
unicorn. Which is
Well-
actually a color now.
Well, it is Pride Month. I may be supporting.
Knock yourself out.
With a rainbow. I just don't have a
You don't have a
rainbow tie.
I have one. I'll have
No,
Will
you
send it over
don't.
to you. And he's got a unicorn too.
No. There's reasons I could not wear that.
All right,
And
well,
they're
what
not
color
bad
tie
reasons.
are you going to wear?
She says purple.
She said purple. She said purple.
Then I'm wearing purple tonight.
Purple?
Look how
Yeah.
easy that was.
Oh, look at that.
Damn, just call Caitlin every morning.
It's Caitlin.
I went light blue like your eyes.
There you go.
Eric Johnson, Chris tonight, Crystal Cooper, and Vic Faust at Fox 2. We'll see you for Fox News at 5 and 9 tonight. You already know what color time we're in. Hey, we'll have some more fun tomorrow. Thanks for joining us. Share the show.
Shanny's up next.